Alright folks, listen up. If you're in your 20s and still waiting for your life to magically organize itself like a well-structured IKEA shelf, it's time for a reality check. It won't. I'm 28 years old and it's already haunting me that I'll be out of my 20s soon. What if I told you that you can design your life to be exactly what you want it to be? And no, you don't need to wait for some perfect magical moment to start. Because guess what? It's never coming. So if you're tired of waiting for life to sort itself out and you're ready to grab it by the horns, well, at least click the subscribe button. I promise I won't show up at your doorstep with some motivational speech, but hey, it'll be fun to hang out here, wouldn't it? Alright, imagine you're playing The Sims, but in real life. You control the actions, choices, and yes, even the weird furniture. If you don't like the way your life looks right now, change it. Don't sit there like you're waiting for Netflix to suggest a better episode. Stop being a passive viewer of your life and start making the move. You want to travel more? Save for it. You hate your job? Find the one you don't hate. Take charge. It's easy to let life happen to you, but the reality is the best moment comes when you make them happen. Don't leave your stories up to some random chances, like a bad reality show. Be the actor, writer, and director of your own movie. Sure, you might mess up, but at least it's your own mess. You don't need to be perfect. Perfection is overrated. It's just procrastination in a tuxedo. You're out here waiting for the perfect idea, the perfect timing, and the perfect version of yourself, and guess what? It ain't coming. Seriously, you could sit there endlessly planning the perfect idea, and guess what? You'll still be sitting there 10 years from now, and you're still planning. The secret sauce? Just start. Yes, you'll probably suck at first, but we all do, and that's how you learn. Don't just get stuck with planning. Real life is about winging it with style. Similarly, the perfect moment is a myth. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's like waiting for a bus that's never coming. If you're constantly waiting until you feel ready, guess what? You'll still be waiting there at 30, 40, or even 50. Try this. Give yourself 5 minutes just to start. You might find that after those 5 minutes, you're in the zone, and before you realize it, you've done a lot more than you thought you would. I learned this trick from Adi Dal's video and it's super helpful. Research can be fancy procrastination. Let's be real. Sometimes doing research is just a fancy way to avoid actually doing the thing. You can get lost in the rabbit hole of gathering information, watching endless tutorials, or reading one more article before you act. But eventually, you have to stop learning and start doing. More information doesn't always mean better action. So quit hiding behind Google searches and start taking actual steps towards your goal. Don't hold it against your parents. Your parents might have been overprotective or didn't quite understand your desire to become a professional gamer, but cut them some slack. They already did best with what they knew. They were worried about your future because, well, you were kind of an idiot at 15. Now that you're grown up, the pen is in your hand. So stop playing the blame game and it's time to make your own decision. And if you crash and burn, at least it's on your terms. Health is wealth. I know, everyone's saying it and you probably have heard about this like a million times, but let's be honest. We're all guilty of treating our bodies like they're invincible. Newsflash, they're not. So just a little bit of physical activity and a diet that isn't 90% pizza will do wonders. Throw in some strength training, maybe like a few times a week, take a brisk walk, and when it comes to food, aim for more protein, fiber, and vitamins. But hey, you don't have to live like a monk. Including a little bit of junk food with your diet won't kill you, unless you're doing it other way around. In that case, good luck. Be healthy so Big Pharma doesn't get your money. Big Pharma doesn't need any more cash. They're already swimming in it. If you want to avoid giving them your hard-earned money, then start taking care of yourself right now. Eat right, exercise, and manage your stress. It's not just about living longer, it's about living better. The fewer pills, prescriptions, and doctor visits you need, the more money you'll have for, fun stuff like vacations and tacos. Don't compromise with your sleep. The hustle culture tells you to sleep less and grind more. But here's the thing. If you're sleep deprived, you're basically operating at the same level as a zombie. And unless you're auditioning for a zombie movie, that's not cute. Sleep isn't just for babies and house cats, it's for you too. Consistent 7 to 8 hours of sleep isn't just to avoid bags under your eyes, it's for better focus, mood, and overall performance. And yes, that includes adulting properly. Cutting back on sleep to binge watch just one more episode isn't the flex you think it is. And no amount of caffeine can fix the damage of skipping sleep. Don't start your day with scrolling Instagram. Scrolling through Instagram first thing in the morning is basically like feeding your brain with a bowl of sugar. Sure, it tastes good, but it'll leave you crashing by noon. Instead, get moving. Science says morning physical activity gets your brain in gear and boosts productivity for the whole day. Exercise releases endorphins, aka feel-good hormones, that keeps you energized and focused all day. Plus, you can scroll Instagram after you've done something productive. So, win-win situation. Everything has its own time. Feeling like everyone else is ahead of you? Relax. Someone might hit a milestone earlier than you, but that does not mean you're behind. Everyone's on their own path, and comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. Maybe they got a head start because of different circumstances. Maybe they're faking it on Instagram. Either way, your journey is your own. Trust the timing of your life. It's not a race. Working 9 to 5 isn't bad unless you're feeling miserable. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 job. Stability, a steady paycheck, health insurance, yes, please. But if you're stuck in a job that makes you miserable, it's time to think about your next move. Don't spend your best year building someone else's dream while neglecting your own. Whether it's starting a side hustle or finding a new passion, work towards something that doesn't make you want to slam your head into your keyboard every morning. The 5x5 rule. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset about it. Simple, right? Yet here we are stressing over that awkward thing we said in a meeting or that driver who cut us off in the traffic. None of it will matter in 5 years. Worrying is just wasted energy that could be better spent on, literally like anything else. Your future self won't remember today's tiny annoyances, so neither should you. Spend more time with your loved ones. You can grind all you want, but if you don't have anyone to share your success with, what's the point? Sure, you can achieve your wildest dreams, but it's gonna feel pretty empty without the people you care about. So take time to nurture those relationships. Remember, happiness is only real when shared. Even the most epic Netflix binge-watching session is better when you've got someone there to laugh at all the ridiculous plot holes with. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. If you're not tracking what you're doing, you're basically wandering aimlessly. It's like trying to drive without a GPS. You might get somewhere, but it probably won't be where you want to go. Tracking allows you to see what's working and what isn't. So you can pivot when needed, whether it's finances, fitness, or personal growth. Keep an eye on your progress so you can avoid future pitfalls and stay on the right path. TV shows aren't a waste of time. Seriously, TV shows can be over the top, cheesy, or downright ridiculous, but hidden beneath the drama and laugh tracks, there are valuable lessons to be learned. For example, Barney from How I Met Your Mother was onto something when he said, "Whatever you do in life is not legendary unless your friends are there to see it." And there are many more from shows like The Office, Game of Thrones, etc. TV can teach us life's biggest lessons wrapped up in humor and silliness. Compromise is inevitable, but it's about knowing what to compromise on. Should you work late to make more money at the expense of family time? Probably not. Should you live a little frugally now to build wealth for the future? Absolutely. It's about playing the long games. Start by saving and investing at least 10% of your income, even if it means sacrificing a few lattes or latest trends. Trust me, future you will be sipping a pina colada on a beach while everyone else is still grinding. Life is a journey. You've heard that one before, right? So think of life as a long train ride. Some people hop on, some people hop off, and that's fine. The key is to surround yourself with the ones who are willing to go distance with you. At the end of the day, the only passengers who matter are the ones still sitting beside you when you reach your destination. But cherish every relationship, even the temporary ones, and be thankful to them for being part of your life at a certain stage. You don't need materialistic things to be happy. We have all fallen for it, thinking that the new phone, car, or outfit will finally make us happy, but it won't. That burst of joy from material things, it's temporary. Real happiness comes from experiences, connections, and living in the moment. So instead of blowing your money on things, invest in experiences. The memories will last longer than the thrill of latest trends. Do 1% more and 1% better every day. Here's the secret sauce. You don't need to make giant leaps every day. You just need to be 1% better than you were yesterday. Think of it like compound interest. Those tiny improvements build up over time. Every small improvement adds up, and before you know it, you're gonna look back and think, wow, I actually did that. 1% is nothing today, but it's everything tomorrow. Create a schedule, but don't overstress it. Yes, schedules are important, they keep you on track, but don't let it stress you when life throws a curveball. A schedule is a guideline, it's not a prison. Stick to it as much as possible, but when things don't go as planned, because they never do, don't freak out. Adapt, adjust, and move on. Life is too short to panic over a missed calendar event. You know what's fun? Relaxing in your 30s, while everyone else is scrambling. You know what's not fun? Hustling in your 20s. But here's the trade-off. If you put in the work right now, your 30-year-old self will be lounging while everyone else is trying to figure out how to adult. So grind now and chill later. It's the secret formula to living your best life. But don't get lost in grinding, because spending time with your loved ones is very important. As I said before, life is all about making the right compromises. Flip a coin to make decisions. Here's a life hack. If you're feeling indecisive, flip a coin. No, really. It's not about where the coin lands. It's about what you realize while it's in the air. It's not about what side the coin lands on. It's about what side you want it to land on. It cuts through all the noise and reveals what you actually want. So if you're stuck between two choices, let the coin tell you what your heart already knows. Take calculated risk while you're young. Your 20s are the prime time for taking calculated risk because, let's face it, you've got fewer responsibilities and more time to bounce back. Whether it's starting a business, changing careers, or moving to a new city, the stakes are lower now than they will be later. So don't be afraid to make bold moves. The worst case scenario, you fail. The best case scenario, you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Either way, you'll gain experience, and that's worth more than playing it safe. Prioritize yourself. You don't have to be everywhere for everyone. It's completely fine to say no when you're not feeling up for it. Protect your energy and peace of mind. If something doesn't align with your goals, don't feel bad about turning it down. Prioritize yourself and your well-being. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself and the rest will follow. Build wealth to be rich, not to look rich. It's easy to get caught up in the game of appearances, but looking rich and being rich are two completely different things. You don't need to show off with expensive cars, flashy clothes, or an Instagram perfect life. Focus on building wealth, saving, investing, and creating long-term financial security. The freedom that comes with wealth is way better than impressing strangers on the internet. So there you have it, folks, a survival guide for your 20s. Now, before you forget it, because I know you will, if you found even one of these points relatable and helpful, hit that like button and comment below with your own tips, because let's be honest, we could all use a little help navigating this chaotic adventure called life. And don't forget to share this with your friends, because misery loves company, right? Alright folks, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next video.